Hey my loves, welcome back. So last month I shared a few fall themed projects using my Glowforge Aura, and I thought it'd be really fun to share some holiday themed projects this time, along with a positive quote print for the new year. So before we get started, this video is sponsored by Glowforge. All thoughts, opinions, ideas, and content creation are my own, so thank you again for being here and for watching. Let's get started. Today I thought it'd be really fun to share my process and how I use my Glowforge Aura to create a 3 positive quote print for the new year, along with some holiday ornaments. And here's a little artwork that I sketched out for the projects today. So for the first project, we'll be working on the positive quote print. So afterwards, I just brought in my artwork to Adobe Illustrator and made some edits to create that SVG file. And for this project, I decided to use the Glowforge Proof Grade Light Maple Plywood. So now I'm just setting up my Glowforge Aura. And afterwards, I just opened up the Glowforge app and uploaded my artwork and started the cutting process. And here's the Glowforge Aura in action. I honestly love watching this. I think it's super exciting to see my artwork that I sketched out and designed basically be cut in real life, and it's something that I can hold, and I think that process alone is just super magical. And now for one of my favorite parts ever, which is the reveal. So I honestly love seeing everything being cut out and just pretty much seeing the final product in front of me. And again, I do have to point out that I'm always super amazed because the Glowforge Aura can cut such fine details. I know my illustrations can be really tiny, so I'm really amazed that it can cut those like circles and stars. And I'm just really impressed and happy with it. And here is a 3D art print. So now I'm just removing all the pieces of the wood and also removing the protective layer that's on the proof grade materials. And I also wanted to share a few of my favorite options for the wood glue along with the adhesives that I like to use for the proof grade materials. So for this one, I decided to use this double-sided tape that I've been using, and it's been doing a good job sticking everything together, and I haven't had any issues of it falling apart. So now I'm using the original cutout as like a stencil. So I'm going to now just add the double-sided tape on the back of the lettering and use the stencil to make sure everything is lined up perfectly. And once my lettering was centered, I ended up removing the stencil and just kind of like freehanded everything because I had some other illustrations from a previous project that I wanted to include that I didn't consider when I initially designed this piece. So my goal was just to fill all the negative space with the finishing details that I created. And for the last step, I decided to add some double-sided tape to now add the art piece to the wall. So here is the 3D positive quote art print that says, "You got this." And I thought it would be a really fun reminder for the new year. And now it's time for project number 2, which is the DIY Felt Ornaments, which I'm really excited about. So now I'm just setting up my Glowforge Aura again to start the cutting process. So I went ahead and did some test cuts for the felt. The settings that I used were speed 100, power 10, and number of passes were just 2. And these are all the felt cutouts. So I went ahead and used some felt glue to add on the additional details for the illustrations. And I thought this way worked best. But the other option is that you can also sew them on as well. And after all the details dried, I got my needle and thread and started sewing everything together. So I feel like there's multiple ways to sew this piece, but I wanted the thread to be exposed. I love like the handmade feel of it. So this is the theme that I was going for the ornaments. And after I finished sewing all the edges, I left a small opening at the top, and I used this fiber fill I got from Michael's to fill the ornaments. And then afterwards, I went ahead and just closed up the opening again. And afterwards, I decided to make a few more ornaments, and I thought it really fun to share my entire process. And let me know if you have any questions about this too. So I do have to admit that these ornaments did take me some time to create, but I honestly had a lot of fun, and I feel like they would be even cute as keychains or like just like decor. And I feel like they're super versatile and can be used for so many other things. And for the last step, I went ahead and added some string behind the ornaments. And I was also experimenting here because I was curious to see what the garland would look like. And I feel like it'd be super cute as even a garland and ornaments. And I'm loving how they came out, and here is all the ornaments on my tree. And now it's time for project number 3, which is the fake cake ornaments. So for the first step, I went ahead and cut out the ornament backings along with the frames. And I also thought it'd be really fun to cut out my illustrations to use as a decoration for the fake cakes. I used my Posca paint markers to color everything in. And now I'm just putting all the ornaments together. So I decided to use my double-sided tape to put behind the photo, and I just went ahead and placed that on top of the ornament backing. And I did the exact same thing for the ornament frames, and then afterwards I placed that on top of the photo to secure the photo in place. And now for the really exciting part, I got my piping bag along with the icing tips and just put that together. And for the fake cake icing, I decided to use this lightweight spackle. And after a few practice runs, I decided to add the icing on top of the ornament frames. And then afterwards, I decided to use the smaller illustrations as decoration for the fake cake ornaments. And yay, there you have it. I had so much fun exploring some new art mediums and creating this 3D positive quote print along with the fake cake ornaments and felt ornaments. And I hope you enjoyed watching my process too. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to check out the Glowforge Aura today, which is also linked below too. Thank you so much again for watching. Until next time, bye!